YouTube to the correct playlists because I yell at Dale for doing it, and I don't want to do it myself. Hello, YouTube. How are you today?
How are you doing? I'm feeling fine.
I'm talking about all of the YouTube. How are you today? Come on, Jazz, you're the voice of the internet.
I'm feeling fine.
More angry.
Grrr.
More homophobic.
Ew.
More racist.
Meh.
There we go.
Me.
Here's the voice of the internet.
I hate you. You hate Daredevil, so I hate you.
You know, it's sad, and I've been doing this too long when I remember Todd's obscure password for Alpha Geek.
Hey, all the shows we're talking about have Twitter accounts. That's cool.
Cool.
I was putting in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. popped up. I was like, is that? Oh, that is an official one. Then I checked Gotham. Yep. Daredevil. Yeah. Oh, they all have Twitter accounts. Sweet.
We are live on Alpha Geek Video. The Alpha Geek Video. Tune in. alphageekradio.com. Changing video or our radio stuff. There's that and that, and then I click. Not the Frog Pants spoiler show, small screen spoiler show. Because that's my show, and not one with Scott Johnson.
No Scott Johnson here, folks.
Oh, limited Johnson here. All right, we are live there, and I will go over to tunein.alphageekradio.com to find out more. Also to test that we're live.
There we go. It's tweeted. See if anyone shows up in the chat room this week.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't chat.
Loo-ba-da-doo-doo-doo-ba-doo.
Matt Cast, man, I love you guys, but wow. There we go. Password correctly so it can be identified on RC. All right.
Here you go, CJ. There's my art for you.
Huh? What? Hold on. I'm not even...
I call it Rabbit in a Snowstorm. You get it?
I call it a rabbit peeing into a snowstorm.
Yeah, I know. That's just my camera. And or the light in this room. I don't know.
It makes it look very yellow. So I'm just like...
Everything looks yellow.
That's the don't eat the rabbit in the snowstorm.
That's my $18 camera right there. It's doing the best it can.
Yeah, I feel you there. All right, so there's that, and that.
Maybe with some birthday money, I'll upgrade my camera. You think that'll happen?
Yeah, it's possible. You get birthday money at least. Sure. As soon as I Google it, rejuvenating. REJUVENATING.
Why are you rejuvenating?
Rejuve8. No, 8. Yeah. Yes. Rachel's writing stuff to her students for her end of. No, probably to her CCT for the end of her internship. So, enough of the shenanigans. You good? All right, take that as a yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? We're starting? I'm sorry. Yes, I'm ready.
Deanna, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me for this semester. You've encouraged me in ways you cannot imagine just by being so supportive and encouraging. P.S. I hope your summer is restful.
And you come back to be less.
You.
All right, now we're going. in 5, 4, 3. This Geek IO podcast is brought to you by my first book, Chronicles of Athalor, The Heart of the Deimos. Do you like post-apocalyptic fantasy novels? Then this is something for you. In this book is a tale of fantastic creatures, vengeful gods, and even a cyborg dragon. Chronicles of Athalor, The Heart of the Deimos tells an engrossing story set in a rich and fleshed-out universe, and it deserves to be placed on your reading list. Head on over to geek-io.net/Athalor to pre-order the novel for just $4.99. This novel is also a contender for the Inkshare Sword and Laser imprint, so help me win by getting me in the top 5 authors. Pre-orders are open for a limited time only, so head on over to geek-io.net/ATHALOR today.
This podcast recorded before a live internet audience. To learn how to listen and watch live, visit tunein.alphageekradio.com.
You are listening to a podcast of the Geek IO Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Spoiler warning! I got to warn you. You're doomed to stay. Go. Go.
Alright, it is Tuesday night. That means it is time once again for another Small Screen Spoiler Show. It's a Small Screen Spoiler Show where we spoil you on the topics that you are most interested in. Episode number 14. I'm CJ with rockets in his arms, boat, and he's Jared, odd electricity when he's killing a guy, as a Vito.
I can't figure out what that one is. That's okay. Yes, I'm here. Odd electricity while killing a guy. Odd electricity while killing a guy?
Yeah, when Riddler... we'll talk.
Huh?
We'll talk.
Okay.
It's
Electricity
not
while killing
always
a guy.
quotes. It's not always quotes, Jared. It doesn't always have to be quotes.
Yes, it does. That's the rule of the show. Rant and review, we do weird, odd references, and then in this we do quotes.
I called you blind Batman one day, so, there's that. Doesn't
Yeah,
always
well.
have to be quotes.
You had already
He's blind
spent like
alert.
2 weeks saying that out loud, so it's fine.
And just as a reminder, we are here to discuss in depth, including spoilers, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, Episode 17. That show. Gotham, Season 1, Episode 20, Under the Knife. Daredevil, Episode 3, Rabbit in the Snowstorm. And Episode 4, In the Blood. If you have not watched those, and you do not want to be spoiled on them, please come back later.
Or hang around and be spoiled. It's up to you. It's a free country. You can do what you want.
If you don't mind spoilers, go ahead and hang around. I might have already known what the entire Avengers Age of Ultron movie is about, and I have not seen it yet because I'm weird and actively seek out spoilers.
Jeez. Don't spoil me.
Also-
But it does look like I'm going to get to see it this weekend, which excites me.
Woo! I'm not, because I'm not going anywhere near that movie theater during that.
Yeah, well, I live in
madness.
Alabama. It's not quite as crazy. It'll be crazy, but I'm probably going to go to like a Saturday matinee or something.
We're probably gonna go. We're gonna go see a movie on Saturday. But only because you can always go to, like, when it's a big movie like that, you can go and concessions will be amazing. But if you go to anywhere else, it'll be the most wonderful viewing experience you've ever had. Not sure what we're gonna go see.
Fresh
yet, but
popcorn.
none of the theaters. Well, the
I
one
don't even
theater
know what
near
else
us
is playing.
only has it in 3D, which is freaking $14 per ticket.
Gee.
And the big theater, more closer to the main city, has it playing all day, but I don't know if they're sold out or anything like that. So we're probably not going to go see it this weekend, or we might if we happen to be down in that area.
We'll see.
Exactly. We'll see it before the inevitable happens on the other show that we do. But
More on that later.
indeed,
On a different show.
on that different show, indeed. And so, and just as last week, we have some special introductions and another Let's Put a Lantern on It from Daryl Shaler. We will get to those. He did Gotham and Daredevil this week, but not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So we are going to discuss Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No intro for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No,
Why
I
is
thought that
Daryl
was
slacking
weird.
here?
I don't know.
I didn't even think he watched Gotham.
I don't think I think he might have read it from Wikipedia. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
So this is, and I had the notes for the rest of the shows except for this one. So this is going to be a little bit weird, me trying to remember what happened in this episode. This is season 2, episode 17. Why did they have to use this word? The frenemy of my enemy.
Because why not? Why not use that word?
So much for using that word. If this wasn't such a damn good episode, I'd be so angry that they used that word.
So you felt it was a good episode?
Hold on, I'm reading something. Yeah, I thought it was a good. I thought it was a good episode.
I felt it kind of a episode. Like it had some good moments in it, but it felt like they spent a lot of time on this episode and a lot of stuff happened, but nothing really happened. Was that just me?
No, I mean it is kind of positioning itself into the ladder of the season, the third act of the season.
I know.
We are solidly in second act territory. I have a feeling that this next week is going to be the beginning the crescendo to the last 4 episodes just being like pulse pounding. But I mean, not a lot did happen here. A lot of pieces were set up. So
oh yeah, and that's why it felt.
And that's why I said it was a good episode, not a great episode. This was no last week's episode, but this was better than the week before.
Yeah. And maybe I just wasn't in the right mood last night, but it just felt kind of like it's like okay, this is nothing's really happening here. There's just like there's a lot of talking and there's a lot of people walking around eating ice cream and what are we doing? I don't know. Awkwardly eating ice cream. But I still kind of enjoyed those moments. It's nice that they're using Kyle MacLachlan again, not just locking him in a room. And I'm not sure how much longer he's going to live, but he's still kicking. Yeah. He's still kicking.
You weren't even in the notes, bad boy.
Bad boy.
All right, so I have no notes here, so I'm kind of just going with memory.
My first note is shake a tail, and I don't. Fitz shaking a tail. How to shake a tail.
Yes.
Seeing Fitz do some action stuff. I appreciate that. I like to watch Fitz do things.
Yes.
I like Fitz. I'm a fan.
Fitz is I really enjoy him. He's really, really fun.
And making a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Hey Fitz, how you doing? Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to pretend like this isn't.
Yeah, that was really good. Just seeing him freak out at the sight of Ward was fantastic.
Only when he talked to him. Like he was very twitchy the whole time, and then Ward finally said something and he just snapped.
For good reason.
Yeah. It's a bad idea. This whole thing is a bad idea.
Horrible idea.
I'm not sure I get behind it, Coulson, but whatever. I guess you got Deathlock there. Then that all went wrong, and then now Deathlock is somewhere. Or did they get? No, they got back together. They got back together at the end.
Yeah, Deathlock was just knocked out from the hack from the quote unquote real S.H.I.E.L.D.
Was that what knocked him out, or was it Shockman that shocked him?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Well, I think it was a combination because Shockman also got knocked the heck out.
This is true.
Inhuman Gambit got knocked the crap out with the EMP.
Kaboom!
Which makes it interesting that Inhuman Gambit is able to be knocked out by an EMP.
Yes, because he kind of is a human EMP, isn't he?
Yeah,
his kind of
exactly.
thing?
Yeah, he kind of is. But I can see that if he's able to manipulate the electrons in an item, I can see why an EMP would affect him in a similar way that a machine would, which also manipulates electrons to operate.
Oh, I see. So it's electricity. Electron emitting pulse. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Anyway,
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
I am being
hate it.
sarcastic. So I thought that whole thing with Sky's mom being her mom was a secret. That Gambit is in on the secret, I guess.
He saw them together.
Yeah, but
So he kind of, I'm
like
sure
there was no hiding it from him ever. So I guess he was in on
I'm
it.
sure that him sitting down and seeing them together instantly made it that, hey, this isn't a secret. This is not a mentor showing her mentee to her father. This is clearly a family dinner.
And it's neat that they kind of look alike. It's weird
It is.
because they're
We
definitely
did
not
get,
related at all. But
yeah, right.
sometimes
We
her
did
mom
get the,
really does look like her.
How she's around this episode still.
Yeah. Her magical powers is Wolverine powers.
Yeah, she just has to be pretty much she had to be Humpty Dumpty back together again, and then that was it. Like,
She said to be sewn back together. Which
she is Wolverine. Like, she is really Wolverine.
Cal pulling out his dad's World War II medical kit. Is it weird that I keep this? Yes. Yes, it is, Cal. It is very weird that you keep this.
Weird.
Everything you do is really weird. But I'm glad we got Bad Idea Sky back this episode. So she's back with her bad ideas. I guess when Coulson makes bad ideas, Sky can make bad decisions too.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna go back with him because that's a good idea.
He's tried to kill my team and like weird things, and
If we just send him back, he's gonna kill a bunch of people. So I'll go back with him and soften the blow because he'll definitely not freak out when I tell him.
Yeah, right. I mean, though, I can kind of see her logic behind it.
I do see her logic. It's okay.
Until she's like, but the fact that she's like, oh yeah, I'm just totally not going to tell him that I'm going to be leaving with Inhuman Nightcrawler.
Wait a minute. Rage. Oh, wait, there's Hydra everywhere.
So is Ward officially not Hydra anymore?
I think after killing a whole room full of Hydra people, he's unofficially... Well, he didn't kill Bakshi. Killing a whole room and then tying up Bakshi and beating the crap out of him.
Well,
kind of got him out of Hydra.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm wondering if this... I mean, clearly Hydra's not going to let you kill their own people, because even when, like, that's when Hydra was activated, when S.H.I.E.L.D. started to act against them. They're not going to let somebody kill their own people. I'm fairly sure Bakshi is still under the manipulation of Ward and
definitely
Weird Mask Lady, who no longer is wearing a mask somehow.
She is wearing the mask. They just fixed it so that she can have her own face.
Yeah,
remember Deathlock looked at her and was like, "You got any more of those masks?" So she's wearing a mask of her old face, basically.
Yes.
So that the actress doesn't have to go through all that makeup stuff anymore. It's much cheaper this way.
Yeah, right.
And in case anyone had any doubts, Sky is Daisy Johnson. We made sure we got that concrete.
Yeah, that was
here.
Very well put down there, just like flat out.
Your last name is Johnson?
Daisy Johnson.
Daisy Johnson. Okay. So anyone that's like, no, this is Daisy something else from... No, it's Daisy Johnson. Just so you know, we're going to make that crystal clear.
I'm looking at some notes that somebody else took, and a lot of them are reflecting my own. We did get a introduction to Baron Strucker in this episode, who is...
So that's an actual dude from the comics?
The primary antagonist of Age of Ultron.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the dude in Age of Ultron who does stuff to people and things that I'm not going to say because I totally did not Wikipedia the movie.
I'm not going to do that.
But yeah, but even at the end of Winter Soldier, he did. He's the one who kidnapped Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Gotcha.
So he was established in Winter Soldier, but he's the main bad guy in.
And he also killed poor Red Shirt Inhuman guy.
Yeah.
Which he was in the previously on S.H.I.E.L.D. I was like, why did they put that in? Is he a bad guy? Oh no, he just died. Okay, that's why they put him in the previously on.
Because he was previously alive.
He was previously alive for that 30 seconds he was on screen.
So yeah, that's what the whole Hydra. They kept mentioning Strucker's name, and yeah, he is a guy. He is one of the main dudes in Hydra in the comics as well. He's one of them. Their Red Skull followers.
Okay, well then they're definitely there is that of Age of Ultron thing coming up that they're probably gonna tie all this together with. Just
Hopefully.
a hunch. I think that's gonna happen.
I felt Cal's backstory was really forced and obviously a foreshadowing to him dying.
Yeah. I used to be happy. I used to be a good guy. Then I went crazy.
Using Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah. And then I turned into a rage monster somehow.
Injected himself with something and made himself into a poor man's Hulk.
Yes, the poor man's Hulk. No monster, just super strength and rage.
I felt the more I'm talking to myself about this, the more I'm talking myself out of liking it as much as I did.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk you out of it. It's okay to like it. It was a decent episode. It was just
I did enjoy. I did like the fact that Simmons came out about not having the real toolbox to May, and May covers for her with Wonder Woman. Bobby.
Mockingbird. Bobby.
Mockingbird.
Yes. But then everybody somehow shows up at Cal's building, and boy, things escalate quickly.
Yeah, right. We're talking. Oh shit! It's Hydra.
I'm just having a nice chat with my daughter about my creepy medical kit that I keep, and oh wait, everybody shows up at the same time, and guns are firing, and people are punching things, and
all of the punching.
And there's Inhumans and cyborgs fighting, and
I did like
nuts.
The fact that we got to see an extension of Inhuman Gambit's power.
Yes, that was cool. It was a nice little effect they did.
So I did enjoy that. I do I enjoy every time Deathlock is on screen.
There's nothing wrong with Deathlock. Ain't nothing wrong with Deathlock.
He's a fantastic. It's the actor himself.
And I love seeing a August T. Jones or something.
Yeah.
No, not August T. Jones. What's his name? August T. Jones is the 2.5 Men guy kid, isn't it? Hold on, I'll look him up. You keep talking.
I don't know.
I only have one more note, and that's "Take Me to Your Leader," which was the little stinger at the end with Coulson turning himself over.
Yeah, so, that was great.
Apparently, he's ready to just okay, I got my pieces in place. It's time for us to start working together because things are about to get really bad.
Yeah, right.
So let's
Richards, by the way.
J. August Richards.
What's his face from Angel?
Yeah, Gunn.
There we go.
I knew there was an August in there somewhere. Yeah, J. August Richards.
Yeah, he's a fantastic actor. I really enjoy him on here, and Coulson got a few witty one-liners in.
He was on Good Burger. Who was he in Good Burger?
He was the.
Wait, this is sounding familiar.
He was the dude. He was the only non-Keenan and Kel black guy in the entire show. He was in the.
Oh, that's right. He was working at the Mondo Burger. He was like the little. I remember this now.
Yeah,
that's right. This
because
is sounding
you freaked out because it was Gunn.
I was like, oh look, it's Gunn. Deathlock's at Mondo Burger
with rockets in his arms.
With the rockets in his arms. Man, why does Hunter get all of the good lines?
Yeah, right. He's Australian Paul Walker's really, really giving the good lines. Ward just I'll give what's his face who plays Ward something. He can lay on jackass really well. I just wanted to punch him so hard this entire episode. They didn't seem to like do it last few episodes, but this episode is just like, oh my god, I just know you need to go away because I want to kill you so bad right now. All right. So anything else on Arrow?
Arrow? No, I don't have anything on Arrow
Agents of
because
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Spoiler alert, I didn't watch any Arrow this week. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But no. It's meh.
Yeah. Like I said, I liked it. Like I said, it was a solid, good episode.
It was fine. It was just meh. Like it just, I don't know. It seemed like it wasted too much time not really doing anything. But enough about that.
Enough about that, and more on to...
Under the knife. Gordon and Bullock continue to investigate the ogre, who begins to make his move on someone close to Gordon. Meanwhile, Bruce and Selena team up to expose a corrupt Wayne Enterprises employee, and Nigma comes to Kristen Kringle's defense. Kris Kringle? Okay. Exciting times in Gotham.
I didn't know her first name was Kristen. I don't think it's ever been said in the show.
Kringle, they have to make that.
Yeah. With a K.
Yeah, of course, because she's a lady. She's a lady type person. She's a pretty lady type person. All right, so that's Daredevil. That's Daredevil. There's Gotham.
Come on, find those notes. They're in there somewhere.
I did math on my notes with Gotham, so that should tell you how interested I was in this episode.
Right. So let's just go ahead and say it. CJ was right. Barbara was the target.
Yay!
But I don't think it resolved in the way that he was expecting. Because it didn't resolve in the way I was... I don't know, I kind
Hoping.
Yeah.
Say it.
Expecting. Or hoping, yes. I was like, oh. Huh.
No, I
This
have a
is
feeling that's gonna get there. I think she's just gonna think it's some kind of weird kinky BDSM thing, and then I think the ogre will come out, and either she will either be saved by James and run back into his arms, and they will be together again, and hopefully she'll be recasted in season 2, or she will be killed in front of James, and that will cause him to go crazy.
No, I'd prefer it be like she goes full villain and, you know.
Oh, she just like takes over the ogre's position?
No, they form a super villain team of the ogre and...
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Ogre.
and they 50 Shades of Grey everyone to death. And then Gordon has to kill her to stop her. Like, that's the poetic thing I want to happen.
Sure.
I don't know. No. That's my prediction. That's where I'm going with it.
Sure.
I don't know about the 50 Shades to Death thing, but
so one thing I noticed across our shows that we watched this week, all of the hot ladies who are supposed to be the sex symbols spent a good amount of time wearing not a lot of clothes. I have nearly naked Inara. This is my first note on my list.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the fan service bathtub scene.
Yeah, big time fan service bathtub scene. It's like a fan service Rosario Dawson scene later.
Jimmy's
and booty shorts though. So I literally have 3 notes with 2 subnotes. 1, we got Bullock's backstory.
We did?
Yeah, he's like Bullock when he was a cop had a wife who was killed by the ogre.
That was the other guy that they were talking to.
He said Bullock.
They were
Bullock
talking to
as
a
cop.
They were talking to the black cop, the guy that first investigated it.
No.
And he said he stopped investigating it because he had a wife.
No. This is after Inara smacked James over the head. It's like the first scene of the entire show.
I don't think you're right about this.
James is sitting on the bathroom floor talking about the ogre because he's freaked because he ran over there because he thought Inara was in danger. And he says Bullock, when he was a cop, had a wife. He was investigating the ogre. He came in on her dead.
I don't think he was talking about Bullock. He was talking about the first cop that investigated.
Daryl,
fact check this for me, please. I feel pretty sure about this. Anyway. Don't fact check now, CJ. You'll be too distracted.
Too damn late.
Catwoman's telling it like it is.
Yeah. You got the
got
base
Bruce
for
and
Batman's.
I won't kill anyone ever. Like, oh, really? Already?
You had to say it in the worst way. There's a line that I won't ever cross it.
There's a line that I won't cross.
Like, he's so bad. He's so bad. But
yes, preteen Batman is.
You had some teenager fan service by having Catwoman in like a fitting dress for once.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl. Whatever.
Yeah. I guess. Very steampunk wild dress going on. I'm not sure what was happening there, but whatever. Okay, she's in a dress. Way to go,
yeah,
Batman.
Bat boner.
And there's a lot of show titles this week.
But yeah, the only other note that I have is birth of the Riddler in this episode. Check mark.
Yes. I got Riddle Man. Riddle Man.
Hey, Rockets! Hello, Rocket Raccoon. Disney Infinity Rocket Raccoon.
What's that have to do with Riddle Man?
Quit playing with my blue ball, Rocket. Rachel's awake and she's playing because I'm recording.
Of course. Makes sense.
But when he was stabbing abusive douchebag underneath the subway, like when he was stabbing him and laughing and crying, there was odd electricity flying everywhere.
No, I didn't even notice that. I was just like, again, wow, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, right.
Okay, kill a guy, Riddler. Man, oh dear, oh dear, gosh darn it. What am I gonna do about this? Shucks.
Yeah, that was kind of cute. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
But he's a forensic genius, so I'm sure he'll be able to cover it up just fine.
Oh yeah.
So Penguin and his mom.
Oh god.
Ew.
Ew. So weird. That was so weird.
Yes, the whole Penguin thing was weird until the end when the Flower Man shows up and he stabs him in the neck.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, here's Penguin. And you go do your Penguin thing.
Yep. He did his weird Norman Bates thing, and then actually did some badassing at the end, which I'm okay with.
Oswald Bates. So why do all of the serial killers have mommy complexes? All of them.
Because it's the easiest to write, and it's big giant trope.
Pretty much. Because I wrote a note. Why do serial killers always have mommy issues? And then on my next line, I have a quote saying, "Mommy didn't love me complex," which I think Bullock said. So, someone's sneaking up behind you.
Yeah, it's easy to write, and it's easy to relate to. Parental issues, mommy issues, daddy issues are easy to hard to fail on.
Well, this is true.
Hard to fail on. I am going to call a audible in the fact that Fish wasn't in this episode at all. So
yep,
I'm going to.
That's my last note. Nothing at Fish. 0% Fish in this episode.
I'm going to restate my thing. She is going to die in the next episode that she appears in.
You don't think she'll be in the penultimate episode?
I don't know. She might be.
There's 2 episodes left.
Though they could
be alive for both.
Do either one of 2 things. They're either going to do the Game of Thrones, where the penultimate episode is the big one, and followed by the epilogue, or they're going to do the epilogue or the final episode ends in cliffhanger.
I tend to lean toward the second one because this is Gotham on network TV. This isn't.
Yeah.
This isn't. This isn't your typical premium channel stuff.
Also, they knew they had a second season, like pretty soon, so they were able to film to that. So yeah, I'm more so leaning towards the using the season finale as a cliffhanger than using it as an epilogue, but it's still a possibility.
Yes. I also have that the ogre name makes sense now. Because he was ugly.
Born, yeah.
He was born an ogre. Now, who called him the ogre? I don't know if that's the name he gave himself or what, but he's, yeah. Because before I was like, why is a handsome man called the ogre? I don't follow this logic. And then, he was born ugly.
Plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery. Sure.
Makes
I guess. It's
sense-ish.
Bit of a stretch. It's kind of a snake eating itself situation, but okay.
Yeah.
And then really it never occurred to Gordon in all this time that Barbara might be the target. Like it took you days and you didn't realize for the last second that she
the woman
might
that you've
be the
been
target.
with for many, many years is more likely the target than the woman that you are keeping hidden.
Yes.
You're keeping a relationship hidden, except when you're not.
So, yeah. Sometimes I wonder. I know it's just bad writing, but writers, Gordon, he seems to be a smart guy, at least when you write him that way. So let's try to keep that consistent.
Yeah, right.
But may have character consistency problems all over this show. So,
oh God, yes.
Except
for Balloon Man.
Except for Balloon Man, but he was only in one episode, so there wasn't time for him to get mixed up.
Exactly.
Like penguins all over, like basically Falcone, Maroni, and Catwoman are pretty much the only ones that have had consistent characters the whole time.
If
everyone else is like all over the place.
Yes. Consistent acting, not so much.
No. I didn't say that.
At least for Falcone, except for Falcone. Falcone is just amazing every time he's on screen.
He's just awesome. It's a shame he hasn't been back yet.
He is my favorite recurring character in this, only because he takes up the scene when he gets there, and but I think if they overused him, it would be a little bit too much. Hey, you want to know what else I think about overusing and too much? This.
I like that segue.
But in a snowstorm, Murdoch and Foggy take on a mysterious wealthy client, but Murdoch is convinced there's more to the case than just the facts. Also, he gets his face
punched.
Punched?
Sam cut that one off because yay, Sam.
Way to go, Sam. Daredevil.
Daredevil episode 3.
And we're back to lawyering.
Yay, much lawyering. I put it on here. Lawyering. See, it's right there. I can't read my handwriting already, but it's right there. Lawyering.
I could read it.
After such an amazing fight scene last episode, you started off with one of the worst fight scenes I've seen in a long time with the bowling scene.
Yeah, it was just like super spastic and weird. Like, who is this guy? Spider-Man? What's going on here?
Right?
Like, everybody's down. Beat him with a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I do like how they looked at how they pulled the trope of the one witness.
Yeah. One witness. And then they did the 36 hours earlier fake out. Like in the last episode, they had him in the dumpster, and then they didn't do the 24 hours earlier and work back up to it. This one, I was like, oh, you didn't do this, and then this one, and then it was just like this quick 30-second thing, and then we're back in the present. Oh, okay. It was just so they can make a joke about the gun, not jamming.
Yeah, that was some weird editorial choices there. We have our Spider-Man tie-in. Yay, Ben Urich. He is a big time. He's J. Jonah Jameson's like left-hand man, like his top reporter outside of Peter Parker.
Which one was Ben Urich? Is that the guy?
The black guy.
Oh, that guy. Gotcha. That's right.
Which is weird because it's one of those race flipped characters because he's white everywhere else, but 60s. We don't draw black guys in our comics.
That costs way too much to print that much black, man. You know that.
There we go. There's the voice of the internet.
And there was also an Avengers tie-in there in that same scene in his office. Anyway, on the wall there was a Battle of New York headline paper thing.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
So, cementing themselves into the universe, if it wasn't clearly obvious. Oh, I missed my nickname for you. I didn't read my notes again.
Which one was it? Let's see if I have it written.
Cheese blintz from that place you like.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't write that one down. My potentials were who doesn't love dogs.
Yeah.
And used to send his wife flowers. Now you send his wife with him. But that was too long.
Yeah.
But it was a nice quote.
It was a nice.
The old mob bosses used to be killed a man, you sent his wife flowers. Now you send his wife with him. It's crazy old town.
Big time Batman in this episode.
Yeah, a lot of Batmaning.
Big time, including the "Give me your name." I mean, I get it,
but it was. I paused it. It was 35 minutes until Daredevil showed up. That didn't bother me. Like, it just kind of like, and I understand because I mean, obviously, this guy knows Murdoch's voice. Like, he was represented by him, not 20 minutes ago. But he doesn't recognize his jawline.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't recognize him from the mouth down.
So yeah, it still kind of bothered me when he was like, it was just literally Batmaning all over that piece.
But he doesn't have super healing. They did address the fact that he had gotten the crap beat out of him the night before, so that was nice.
Yeah. I mean, they did reference him.
Holy crap! What happened to you?
I
step in front of a car. I forgot what he said. It was my fault.
He made a stupid blind man excuse.
I'm blind.
Yeah. That was the excuse. I'm blind. Oh God. And also when he ripped open the wound.
Oh yeah.
By speed walking too much.
So you can fight 20 guys in a hallway, but you can't walk too fast.
Yeah, right.
Must be the shoes.
Stupid lawyer shoes. Why do they always have to go for the eyes?
I don't know. That's what I have here. Eyes.
Oh,
what is with the eyes in the show? Stop it.
Like that was,
Something I mean, that was eyes.
Like, that felt like straight out of Game of Thrones for me. Like that actually, like that brutal of a thing that I don't want to say liked, but I appreciated because it just kind of pushed it over that limit, almost to absurdity. The entire thing about this entire episode, everything was almost to the point of absurdity. This was as close to a cartoon about a lawyer as you possibly could get.
Wait, they make cartoons about lawyers now? What the fuck?
Superhero lawyer.
Superhero lawyer. Blind.
So I'm
some kind of powers.
So this actually, I have to say, like, I didn't enjoy this episode nearly as much as I liked episode 2, and that's saying something.
That's fair.
Except for the end when Vincent D'Onofrio showed up. I'm like, yes! Edgar's a badass!
Which, crap, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. Fisk showed up.
Yep.
And if, we've already discussed this thoroughly in the chat, but if Daredevil is Batman, then Fisk is clearly Voldemort.
Yeah, clearly. We don't say his name.
We do not speak his name. And just by speaking his name, dude had to stab himself in the eye? Why do you have to stab yourself in the eye? Don't do that. Stop that.
Just no, don't. It was totally choreographed or totally telegraphed though. Like, oh, there's a sharp thing there, and he's talking about how he can't speak his name, so either he's going to jump off the edge of that inexplicably high terrace there, or he's going to stab himself in the
sharp
stabby
things. Why are there sharp stabby things here?
Because it's Hell's Kitchen?
I guess there's
Now,
a
okay.
terrace with stabby things.
An exceptionally high terrace with stabby things. I know. Now, I've just been to New York recently, and I'm noticing something like this entire thing is, and people have made jokes about this. People have made jokes about Hell's Kitchen. It's a relatively large neighborhood in New York, but it's a neighborhood.
It is a neighborhood.
Like, he went during the day outside of the law offices when he's speed walking and rips open his wound. That was downtown Manhattan. I know that because I was just there in January. Like, he walked right by the diner that I ate at one day.
Well, Hell's Kitchen is walking distance from Manhattan.
Hell's Kitchen, no. That's not Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen is walking distance from Manhattan, though. It's
that's Midtown. Nope. But like I've noticed, like they have
well, it is in Manhattan. It's a piece of Manhattan.
The Statue of Liberty and some shots and like the buildings that are clearly not in Hell's Kitchen. So I've seen a map online of like East Hell's Kitchen, North Hell's Kitchen, Little Hell's Kitchen.
It's it's okay. Rarely do they get these things right.
Yeah,
there's not enough stuff in Hell's Kitchen.
At
for
least
them
it's
to film
filmed
everything.
in New York and not New York.
It is. It
like
is.
Toronto.
Doesn't look like Toronto or Cleveland or Austin, Texas for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, like Austin. Weirdly, Austin or Atlanta. Like
always Atlanta.
So, like, at least it is filmed in New York. So I'll give them that. But still, it's just like that's not Hell's Kitchen.
Oh yeah, but Fisk at the end. There was just a little bit of him, just introducing him, standing there, looking imposing in his stature. And
but
his
that's
shiny head.
Imposing. Like
no.
That's the one thing that actually
it's toned
bothers
down
some
a little
people.
bit.
Is he's toned back a bit, and I will actually get into that when we discuss next episode.
Yes. We'll get there, but I only have one note left. That was the one thing that I loved about this episode, and that is that there were no flashbacks at all.
Except for the 1:30 seconds.
Yeah, well, I mean no Matt Murdock flashbacks.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to be done with that for a couple of episodes, at least till episode 7, where we get to Stick.
Yeah, whenever we get to him training and becoming the fighter he is now, we'll talk about it.
But I have a feeling that'll be Charlie Cox and not Weird Kid. Give me 2 seconds.
2 seconds. 1, 2.
All right, pardon me while I make a noise to trigger me to come back and edit this part out.
Mobile low bandwidth simulcast.
All right, there we go. So,
and I'm still muted. There we go.
Yes, you were. All right, so yeah, no flashbacks. We good with episode 3 then?
We're good with episode 3. And you know what else didn't have flashbacks?
What?
Episode 4.
You mean
In the Blood two vicious Russian brothers working for Fisk strike back against Daredevil. Fisk moves to further consolidate his power in the criminal underworld. He also whispers a lot. It's really off-putting. He's supposed to be like this big, strong, kingpin type person, and he just whispers a lot. It's a nuanced performance, but it sometimes looks like something that we should be having in a different character.
I loved you, Daryl. I had to amplify the hell out of that.
He's doing the best he can in his car.
Sounds a lot better this week. He took my advice to heart.
He does. He does sound good.
So, hold on. let me, hold on. I'm lining up for this one.
Wait for it.
This is the fucking show that I've been waiting for. This is the show that has been around the internet being bragged about. Not those last 3 episodes where you've been dealing with whiny Daredevil, Batman, blind guy. No, this is the episode that the entire internet should be raving about. Not the first 3. This is where the series starts for me. I've watched those first 3 episodes twice now, and I have not liked them either time that I have watched them for the most part. This was an amazing show.
There it is.
And it's not just because of Kingpin, but but he being the primary focus of this episode is the main reason why it is a amazing episode, and it's not just because of the actor. All right, so I actually have quite a few notes for this one, not because
I only have like 4 or 5. But
all right,
go ahead.
Okay,
I think I was just too into it. I couldn't.
Well, I actually went back and wrote these afterwards, so they're kind of out of order. All right, so you have well thought out characters this time. Wilson Fisk is a very meticulous, very, very, very 3 steps ahead kind of character. Even Charlie Cox and Rosario Dawson in this episode were very fleshed out. They were not flat. They were not just dark pieces of the scenery. There was a weird light to them that was appropriate for them in this episode. You put the driving force into the series. Finally, there is a very clear, ominous, horrible person that needs to be stopped. You didn't have that before. You had Batman beating up mooks.
Yes. And then but you did get the little backstory on the Russian brothers, which was, man, that was some dark stuff.
Yeah, that was rough. That was dark.
Like, where'd you get that knife from? It's like, oh, they should have taken his body and threw it instead of leaving it here for the rat. Like, oh my gosh, holy crap, dude! Breaking ribs out of that dude to make knives.
Yep.
Was that one of his other brothers, or was that just a dude? Or holy crap,
just a dude.
Poor Yorick. He will serve us well in his death. And then,
right.
Then their poor henchman is like, he's in a coma. He slept long enough. We'll shoot this stuff in his heart.
It was clearly liquid adrenaline. Like, that was very clearly liquid adrenaline that they used to get him to wake up and then die.
And then die. Yes. Like, these dudes are bad dudes.
I have a huge love for psychology. We've said this on all the shows that I've been on. So, all right, he made a big deal about Wilson Fisk not being a kingpin type person. He is not that yet. He is not the leader of the Hand. He is not the ruler of the Shadowlands yet. He is a sociopath. Sociopaths have no empathy or limited empathy towards targeted individuals. See the reason why he's able to murder some dude's head off with a car door and then talk about his suit, but the offense to the woman is a grave deal to him. He becomes fixated excessively easy. He'll fixate on the woman. He fixates on the guy who hurt him. He'll eventually fixate on Murdoch. But he is extremely fixated on one thing at a time. That one thing may domino into other things because he's an intelligent human being. He's an exceptionally intelligent human being. Yes. But he remains fixated on a single point at a single time. Him being a sociopath and limiting his empathy also explains his surges of strength that he has. When you trigger that within a human individual, it's had a really horrible name associated with it throughout the years, and I'm not going to say that term, but there is a psychosis strength that when you trigger somebody with that severe of a mental disability.
Bipolar
No, he's a sociopath. He's not even bipolar. No, okay.
Sociopaths do tend to have that.
Say this, and I'm going to regret saying this. Retard rage is what the horrible term associated with it in the last few years, in the last few decades, has been called. That is why he is able to slam the door with enough force to rip a dude's head off. So he is the poster child for a sociopath. He's also it explains the issues why he can't look her in the eye.
Yeah.
It takes some liquid encouragement for him to be a social human being.
Yes.
He kind of has the mommy issues thing going on, where his mom sent him away to the farm.
Yeah, we got mommy issues again. Not severe mommy issues.
Not the primary point, but still mommy issues.
They're there. They exist.
So yeah, the fact that he is a walking poster child for sociopaths is the reason why he currently is not the Wilson Fisk of the 1990s Spider-Man, where he's a giant Catwoman dude.
Giant Catwoman dude?
Ninja kicking things and keeping up with Spider-Man, even though he clearly weighs like 700 pounds.
Yeah. Giant. Okay, gotcha. Giant Catwoman dude. Gotcha.
So he's not that yet. He is still building his empire. He's still building his Shadowlands. Inevitably to be taking over the Hand and everything like that. But this was not that episode.
No. I don't even know that that'll happen this season.
Probably not. That is he might rise to Kingpin, like what you think of him as Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
But he won't become that this season.
No. And I did notice, you talked about him being intelligent, and he does whisper everything, and he talks very slowly. And it's not because he's dumb, it's because he is really thinking carefully about every word that he says.
Exactly. He doesn't want to bring attention to himself, and also he is thinking. Not only is he
thinking 10 steps ahead. Yeah,
he's thinking about your reaction, his reaction to your reaction, and your reaction to that.
Exactly.
So it is a point of his character. He's able to think 3 steps ahead. That's how just a guy becomes the Kingpin. You don't just happen, he wasn't born into money. He didn't inherit his businesses. He made them by being exceptionally intelligent.
And cold and brutal.
Yes, very.
Also that.
Well, yes.
And you don't say his name. He's just a man.
You don't say his name because he is a man. And he is afraid. No. You don't say his name because he'll find out, and then, car door.
Do exactly what that dude said. He will kill you, and then he will find everyone you ever cared about and do terrible things to them.
Yes. Yes.
And he will.
After
he decapitates you with this car door, because
I do like lawyer guy. I don't remember his name, but the business partner guy, the face,
Wesley
Wesley. Wesley.
It is. His name is Wesley.
Is it?
It is.
Oh my god.
Or his last name, I don't know.
But he is that character. He is that character from Angel.
It's not a Whedon show, but it is Wesley.
But yeah, he I like him. Like, God, he ruined another car.
No, he's just gonna. He
gets out of the car, straightens his outfit. He just watches it like, come on. Oh, he cut your suit.
Yeah, his name is James Wesley. James Wesley. Played by Toby Leonard Moore.
Australian guy. Here's another one of those ones that bothers me, that he can't keep his accent. There's no reason why he can't be Australian.
Yeah, let him be Australian. Why not?
Matt
I mean, I
Murdock,
get that Matt
kind of
Murdock's
understand.
supposed to be
Yeah,
not Irish.
Not
or
Irish.
Whatever Charlie Cox is.
he's
Is he
Irish.
Irish?
Yeah, he's Irish.
Born in London, UK. Okay. I don't know if he lived there or not, but...
But yeah, I understand that, but there's no reason why Wesley couldn't be Australian.
Just let the man be Australian.
Yeah, right? I have that issue with iZombie too. The amazingly pretty lead actress is from New Zealand. There's no reason why she can't have her really hot New Zealand accent.
I love New Zealand accents. They're so adorable.
Oh my god,
They're so adorable.
I heard her do a promo on Arrow. I'm like, who is that? Look it up. Oh my god, she was hot before, but holy mother.
Yes.
But let him be Australian. There's no reason. If the Russians can be Russian, let him be Australian. But oh man, you had a couple of little interesting lighter points again with Foggy. Whenever Foggy's there, you can.
Yeah. My mom wanted me to be a butcher.
Lighter.
I ever tell you that my mom wanted me to be a butcher?
Yes, Foggy. Your mother wanted me to be a butcher.
You remember what I said to her? No, you never remember what you said to her. I don't remember.
You remember that whole idea of staying out all night? Yeah. Let's not do that.
Yeah. Foggy's good. He's there to bring things a little lighter.
And then
man, things get heavy sometimes.
Karen buying an entire company's worth of equipment.
Hope you're not mad at me. We have a fax machine. Which I guess Yurik is Batman too. Batman also. He just shows up at the auction, and then she turns away and he disappears. It's like, oh, so he's Batman too, huh? Everybody's Batman in this show. Buy something. Find the money. It's like, okay, well, what am I gonna do? Where did you? Oh, okay. Like, okay, everybody's Batman.
Advice from a wise old black man.
Always take advice from a wise old black man.
But yeah, oh man, this episode was just so good. It could be because there wasn't as much Batman in this episode. Like, I don't. You had the one fight scene, which was really, really well. Like, I like that fight scene a lot. Because
when he rescues her, it was very very Batman Arrow all together.
Yeah,
lights go out, people start falling down.
But that's textbook Daredevil because, well, he can't see. Why should he let you?
Yeah.
So I was thinking
his superpower.
Dude, when he picked up the bucket and the crowbar, I thought he was going to hit the bucket with the crowbar to show you that Daredevil has a weakness. Nope. He's going to throw the bucket at him? Well, I don't understand. Like, that's the one thing. If you want to cripple Daredevil, you take out his hearing. You make a ton of noise.
And they don't know that yet.
Yeah, no, you don't know that yet. But I was thinking, like, maybe they would have discovered that on accident. Like, he hits the bucket to, do like a taunt or something. And nope. I'm going to try and hit him with a paint bucket. Yep.
Why not?
Wow, Russians are stupid.
Clearly.
You're so stupid.
You're going to go interrupt Fisk's date. You must not be smart.
You were so stupid.
but I love that whole scene, though. Like, he busts up in there, and then, like, half the restaurant stands up and, like, ready to draw weapons. Right. I'm like, oh, wow. He's prepared.
Yep.
And of course, the woman's like, what is happening?
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Why did two-thirds of the restaurant just stand up ready to draw down on this guy? It's like, who are you?
Yeah, right. Just oh man. All right. So your notes.
Got most of them. I got the only one I have that you didn't cover is Avengers Dig. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I can see if he had a powered suit or a magic hammer.
Why you'd be getting your butts kicked all the time. That dude. Wesley's got a pair, man. Those Russians
right?
are rough dudes. I wouldn't be digging on them. I mean, I know Fisk would retaliate, but still, you're not invincible.
No. Wesley.
Wesley. His name is Wesley.
Yeah, he's gonna be Wesley. Like, he's gonna be Wesley from now on. I'm not gonna be able to not see him as Wesley.
No, I wish he had an accent now. Then he could really be Wesley.
Who was she in Man of Steel?
Who? Oh, she was Superman's mom.
Art lady. Was she? Oh, yeah, she was.
Yes.
Laura Van. Yep.
And then she was something else that I recognized her from. What was it? Because I looked her up earlier.
Angels and Demons, probably.
The Angels and Demons. Yeah, she's the main woman in that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, she's a person. She's an attractive, well written young lady. She was born in 1969. Good Lord. She looks great for her age. Holy shit. Wow.
How old is Vincent D'Onofrio? Gosh, I can't say his name. Vincent
D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio. The first day was silent. Let it go.
He was born in 1959.
59. Wow.
Yep.
He's an old dude, too.
10 years older. And Edgar from Men in Black. Oh, man. Just watched that 3 years ago. It was amazing.
Sugar.
Water.
Water. Water.
Oh, man. And Rachel was halfway asleep when I was watching this last night. And he said something and she goes, I know that voice. I go, you should. He's freaking Edgar.
And if you watched any Law and Order CI.
I didn't, so.
Yeah, before Jeff Goldblumed up the place.
Ugh. So yeah, I really.
But he's good in that too.
Yeah,
because he's just a good actor. He's just
really
a good actor. He just flat out is. Oh, he's gonna be in the Magnificent Seven remake.
Right?
Nice. He's in Jurassic World?
Apparently.
Man, who isn't in that movie? Everybody's in that movie.
Nobody is not in that movie. Nobody.
Hey, we're making a Jurassic Park. You want to be on? Sure, why not? Nobody said no.
I mean, oh man, freaking Magnificent Seven. Oh my God. Vincent D'Onofrio, Chris Pratt, Denzel Washington, Ethan Hawke, Luke Grimes, Haley Bennett. Oh my God.
I am looking forward to this.
When is this coming out? This needs to be out like now.
2017. 13th of January 2017 is the current release.
And directed by Antoine Fuqua. Oh my God. Holy cow.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's going to be one of the best movies ever.
Anyway, Daredevil.
Sorry, Vincent D'Onofrio. It's appropriate.
It is. We just went down the rabbit hole a bit.
Well, yeah.
It happens.
Oh, wow. The screenplay is written by John Hancock. who wrote such little films as The Blind Side, Saving Mr. Banks, The Alamo, and Snow White and the Huntsman. We'll forgive him for that one. The Rookie. He's done a whole lot of really, really great stuff. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, which is amazing. Sorry. Gotta get out of that rabbit hole.
Meanwhile, at the house of Daredevil.
Oh man, seriously. All right. So again, I mean, production quality in this episode, whereas everything in episode 3 seemed rather cartoony, and I mean that in a mostly good way.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it. It was a little cartoony, but
episode 4
sometimes his glasses bothered me for some reason.
Yeah,
Like,
his
I don't know
classics
why.
were weird in this episode. Like
They were episode 3. They were weird. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, in
They were
episode
like
3, they were-
extra dark and extra shiny. It's like they put CGI on top of his glasses. It was weird. I don't know.
yeah, right.
Like something was just weird about them.
Um,
But that's nitpicky.
yeah, no, you're not wrong. But in this episode, it's just like everything from that almost cartoony level of episode 3 just came crashing down to earth.
Yeah. I mean, even at the end of that episode when they're in the art gallery with Fisk standing in front of Rabbit in a Snowstorm.
Yeah.
And it's just the white with his black outline in front of it.
Yeah.
It's just like a comic book panel. It was beautiful.
It really
liked
was.
it. I liked it.
But it was a cartoon.
It was. And that's
All
okay.
right.
I have no problem with this.
So anything else on this?
This starts the war.
Yep.
I'm counting on it. Oh, boy.
All right. So I'm not going to replay the Gotham sting because I'm in the wrong folder. Hold on. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put a lantern on it. Take it away, Daryl.
Hi, CJ, Jared. Thanks for having me back. Today, on Hang a Lantern on It, I want to talk about my favorite trope. It's conservation of ninjutsu. This isn't particularly realistic. In fact, it's completely unrealistic, but it applies a nice little mathematical equation to a fantastical situation. What it comes down to is this. In any fight, all sides have a finite and equal amount of ninjutsu distributed amongst all fighters. This is the Wilhelm scream of TV tropes. Once you know about it, you'll see it everywhere because it is everywhere. Just for a few good examples. Take any superhero group, the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Justice League. Any one single member, should they go evil for any reason, is perfectly capable of taking on and defeating every other team member single-handedly. Buffy the Vampire Slayer used this a lot too. A group of vampires would get taken out in a quick but spectacular fashion, but a one-on-one encounter would instantly be more threatening. Especially later on with the Ubervamps, where one would acquire an epic and educational battle, but an entire army can be handled by a few Slayerettes. It's not just the human element that's ruled by this equation either. Look at Star Trek. Anytime a huge number of ships, good guys or bad guys, is put together in one place, they might as well be made from tissue paper. But any single ship, especially if it happens to be called Enterprise, is basically indestructible. Star Wars 2, if you want to look at there too, a single Death Star can defeat waves of ships, but narrow it down to just one X-Wing, and the ninjutsus are balanced. I could keep on going listing examples. One Dalek is a world-ending threat, but a fleet of them is cannon fodder. A single assassin can go toe-to-toe with Green Arrow, but get them in a group, and even Faux Canary can take them down. The real reason I wanted this trope is Daredevil, specifically last week's end fight that I keep on going on and on about. The hallway fight, while still an amazing scene, still came down to two sides, each with an equal amount of ninjutsu. Exactly equal even, as the last punch floored both the heroes and the goon, the difference being the hero got back up again. Thanks both of you, and I'll see you next.
Yeah, and then in this week, he fights the one guy one-on-one and, barely beats him.
Yeah, right. But he's able to successfully take out an entire group of people. I mean, you could see it last week's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too, where May takes out the entire group of people until she fights the one woman. He has a very accurate point on this, and it's frightening. I never thought about it.
Yes.
All right. So if you want to submit your segment like Daryl does, you can email us an MP3 attachment to geekioshow@gmail.com or send us a voicemail with it at 727-489-4335. Please limit it to less than a minute and a half. That includes you, Daryl.
Indeed.
All right. So on the challenge shows, Jazz didn't watch any Arrow, which is fine. I do kind of want to, well, let me check time really quick. I might have to actually do a special segment on, we're over an hour anyway. So we are going to put a hang a lantern on Sherlock discussion again. I do want to talk about it, but I do want to dedicate some time to it.
Someday we'll talk about that Reichenbach fall.
It might have to wait until after Gotham is off, so it might be 2 or 3 weeks from now when I've already forgotten about it. But that's what Wikipedia is for. But we are over an hour.
You just watch it again.
Yeah, I could just watch it again. So we are going to go ahead and wrap this up. Contact the show at geekioshow@gmail.com. Twitter is at geekioshow. Facebook.com/geekioshow. You can call us and leave us a voicemail at 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. That spells geek. We record every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern over on geek-io.net/live. And for mobile listeners, you can go to tunein.alphageekradio.com to tune in on any kind of mobile device that you please. If you want to get to the show, our website is geek-io.net/spoiler show. And to help support the show directly, go to patreon.com/geekio.
Geek.io. And we have some titles. Shall I read them?
Yes, please.
This week's title candidates are Awkwardly Eating Ice Cream, Previously Alive, Deathlock's Admondo Burger, Poor Man's Hulk, 50 Shades of Grey Everyone to Death, Meanwhile at the Hall of Ogre, That Boner, Blind Man Excuse, Exceptionally High Terrace with Stabby Things, Murder a Dude's Head Off, and Conservation of Ninjutsu. Let's say conversion.
Conversion of ninjutsu.
Conversion of ninjutsu, which is, it's a whole different formula.
Yes, indeed. That has more M's and a couple of fractions in it.
And also, crap, I just forgot what that symbol's called.
Pi?
One of them Greek symbols. Not pi, no. The
Delta?
Sum one. The Sum one. The
Delta.
It's not a delta.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a
One
delta.
that looks like a zigzaggy E.
Zigzaggy.
It's been almost 10 years since I graduated college. I haven't thought about algebra or calculus since then, so forgive me.
Zigzaggy E. I like that a lot. All right, then hold on a second. I'm doing something else really quick. Because something I complained myself about, and I'm gonna fix it here as soon as I do this. Right? No.
Sigma.
No.
It's a Sigma.
Sigma.
That's what it is.
There we go.
Sigma. That's the one I was trying to think of. There's
Fair
a Sigma in there somewhere.
All right, so on that note, folks, we will see you next time on the Small Screen Spoiler Show. Bye now.
This has been a Geek.io production. Copyright 2015. Geek.io. Geek and Geek.
All right.